Todd, there's been plenty of speculation over the last few days. How nice is it now to be sat there as a Blackburn Rovers player?
Yeah, it's nice. It's nice to get it done. As a player in a situation that I was in, sometimes you have to be patient. But yeah, no, I had a few to pick from, and this felt right from the moment I spoke to the manager, so I knew it was the right place for me to come.
Why? Why was this the right place for you?
I think, to be fair, I've spoken to a few managers over the last couple of weeks, and I think there's a lot to say for going with your heart. The manager gave me a feeling that the others didn't ultimately. And yeah, I feel like it's the right place for me to be. It's a club that I've always enjoyed playing against. You know, it's a lovely stadium. It's got a big history, so yeah, I'm delighted to be here.
Just give us an idea what the last few days, weeks have been like for you when you kind of know that there might be a move on the cards.
Yeah, it's mayhem for a player, but listen, in these sort of moments, these sort of transfer windows, you know, I don't think it's any secret that I'd made it clear that I was looking for a new adventure. So I was always optimistic, and obviously having to speak to a few different people before I decided what my future, where the best place to be was.
When did you actually hear about the interest from this football club then?
Yeah, I don't know if any reporter picked up on it a couple of weeks ago, but it was a couple of weeks ago. Obviously, I'd been close to a few things, and the moment I spoke to the manager here, I definitely wanted to see the proposal and see what we could get done. So I'm just glad to get it done now.
Just give us an insight to what it was like speaking with John, and what did he say to you to convince you that this was going to be the right place for you, and how big a move at this time in your career as well? Yeah,
it's an important time in my career for sure. You know, I think there's a lot of noise around me, and I think there's a lot of things that I want to show. You know, it's a league that's a very respected league. You know, there's not many easy games to play in. It's exactly what I'm after. I want to play as well as I can for as long as I can, and show everyone, you know, the real me.
Why is there that noise around you, do you think?
Yeah, I think I'm different. I think I appear different, obviously, with the blonde hair and you know, the socks and bits and pieces. So listen, I think I also appear different because I think people acknowledge that there's a footballer there. So I think it's really important for me to put a lot aside and let my football speak. And that's exactly why I chose this club and this manager.
Tell us about Todd Cantwell, the person, then, because I guess that's probably a side that people don't get to see or hear about very often.
Yeah, 100%. No matter the perception, I'm a family man. I like to keep out of the limelight as much as I can, in the sense of I don't like the clubbing scene. I don't do that sort of thing. I kind of keep myself to myself a little bit. I have a social media account which seems to upset a few people. Because apparently as a footballer you're not allowed to do anything else. But for me, you know, I've always looked at it and gone, you know, if I can help motivate or help, you know, entice younger people to kind of feel like, you know, sometimes they need a little motivation or they need something to get them through a week, then I like to be the person to do that. It's not always received the way that I want it to be received, but yeah, that's the type of guy I am.
Does it show people your character as well, and that there is someone who, you know, is a footballer, yes, but there is another side to you?
Yeah, 100%. I think I'm probably grossly misunderstood. I think most people that meet me always seem surprised that I'm the way I am and not the way that I look, but I can't really affect that. And listen, in football you're going to have a queue of people's opinions that are irrelevant, making things up, stories, all of the rest, and you have to sit back and smile because most of the things you read are certainly not true.
So you're a family man, a young dad as well, so do you enjoy going home away from the noise of football and just playing with the young one as well?
100%. It's the best job I've got, you know, and that's no disrespect to Blackburn. It's just my best job. It's the thing I enjoy the most at the moment, which is being a father and, you know, trying to be a role model for my little one, and yeah, it's just really important that I continue to show, you know, the true version of me, and make sure that she believes in that too.
What about Todd Cantwell, the footballer? How would you describe yourself?
Yeah, I think I'm an exciting footballer. I like to play forwards. I like to be creative. I like to do things and see things that not everyone can see and do. So ultimately, sometimes I'm going to get things wrong because you know, I'm not God, but I will always try and make the best attacking moves for the team, whether it be the final pass or the pass before the final pass. And I'm a goal scorer, so for me it's about getting and piecing that all together and having a really successful season.
If someone described you as a maverick, would you take that as a compliment?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's quite accurate.
In terms of the work that you do in the final third, is that where you come to life as a footballer? Is that the bit that gets you going because you know you can impact games?
100%, 100%. I think, you know, the best part of my game or the best part of my career is yet to come. I think finally starting to piece things together in a sense of maturity on the pitch, off the pitch, and I think the thing that probably always gets a little bit overlooked would be my work ethic and the way that I want to work for a team. I want to be in a team that wins. I want to be in a team that plays the right style of football, that suits me, and ultimately that's why I'm here.
You've shown what you can do on the pitch. How driven are you and motivated to surpass that, even what you've done and go on and really achieve the very best of you?
No, 100%. You know, there's going to be a point where you probably start to lose the potential card. I think for me, you know, I've shown what I can do at different places and different spells in my career. You know, for whatever reason, you know, there's been a lot of different reasons which we don't need to go into, but now I'm here, I want to piece everything together, and you know, it's definitely a good opportunity and platform for me to do so. Do
you feel at a really good age for all those things to come together as well?
Yeah, 100%. I feel incredibly motivated, incredibly hungry. A lot of voices, a lot of opinions about me, which you know, I don't have words for, I've got actions for, so I'm looking forward to getting started.
Is that the bit you sound excited by, just getting out on the grass and doing what you do?
100%. I'm someone that's just obsessed with football. You know, I will be kicking a football around in the house. I will, you know, I've been the same since I was a child. You know, I cry if I lose a game. I've always wanted to win. I'm very passionate. I enjoy it. And sometimes I think that emotion can be misunderstood. And I'm here to show exactly what I'm about and why I'm here.
Given that the age that you're at now, do you feel that you can be a leader on the pitch, and do you enjoy the responsibility falling upon your shoulders?
100%. I've had very successful campaigns in the Championship. I know the division well. Obviously, I've had the 3 promotions out of the Championship, so I know what that takes. I know this club is very ambitious. I've obviously had those internal talks. So it's an exciting time for the club. I think obviously last season they did really well to stay in the division, but this season we're looking at a completely different challenge. And I'm here to make sure that we go in that direction for sure.
Have you got a sense of that from the club, that the ambitions are much higher than what we were able to do last year? We want to be challenging at the opposite end of the table.
100%. I mean, with the greatest respect in the world, I wouldn't be here if I didn't think that we were going to be fighting for what we want, what we all want. You know, and there's no arrogance behind that. I always want to play for something. I'd never want to play for a team that are happy to sit in the middle of the pack. So, you know, everything that I've heard here has definitely excited me. It's made me energised by the challenge ahead. It's not going to be easy. We know how hard the division is. It's never going to be an easy task, but we also know what we're capable of, and I think we've got a secretly very strong squad.
You mentioned the social media there. Have you had many comments from Rover supporters? Have you been on and checked things? Do you keep an eye across what they're saying?
Yeah.
Because if you have, I'm sure you'll have seen the excitement about your arrival.
Yeah, no, 100%. I think a little bit of an anticipated arrival back to England. Obviously, I've had, like I say, the successful campaigns in the Championship. So I think, you know, I've spoken to a few different clubs in the division, and you know, I was always likely to head back this way. And you know, I'm really excited about the proposition this season. I'm really excited about the club, and ultimately, I'm really excited to show everyone how good I am.
That feeling of being wanted by a club and their supporters, how nice is that?
Yeah, it's so important. You know, I'm lucky. I've been loved and supported by every team I've played for so far. The fans that are in the stadium, maybe not so much the ones that sit on Twitter, but the ones in the stadium are there and they know what they see. A player that's going to give 100% every game, cares about his club that he's playing for, and ultimately wants to win every game, no matter how hard that might be.
Are you one to sort of sit down and think of, I want to achieve this season, or set yourself goals?
I've been setting myself goals for the last month, so I'm ready to go. I know exactly what I want to do. I know exactly what I want to achieve, and if it all comes true, I think we're all going to be happy people.
I'll say they're to stay in there rather than out loud at the moment. Yeah,
100%.
It's great to have you at the club, Todd.
Thank you very much. Thank you.